Spooky Saturday night and Nukes is back. So we're gonna do Nukes. Let's do this.
This next clip allegedly comes from CCTV cameras in an unknown city in the Philippines. A woman in a red hoodie is seen walking along a city street, but the CCTV camera image becomes very strange.
Yung glitch doon, masira yung CCTV natin. Yun na. Check kay Sanchez yung CCTV, bakit yun? Wala yung ulo. Pati nga nung bangka.
As you can see in the clip, the video seems to glitch in a very bizarre way, making it look as if the woman's head disappears multiple times. But oddly, the rest of the video is perfectly clear. Now, in the Philippines, there's a strange superstition that says that if someone appears in a photograph without a head, it means that that person will soon pass away.
Oh.
Creepily enough, a few minutes later, and this happens.
Ayun no, bilis. Ayun, nawala ng pwede.
She did not just get run over by a truck.
The unfortunate woman is accidentally struck by a runaway taxi van, and it is said that she did actually pass away as the result of her injuries, just like the old Filipino superstition says. Now, this clip immediately went viral on Philippines websites and social media, but no one knows the original source of the video, which leaves us to wonder, is this real proof of the paranormal? Or is it just an old malfunctioning CCTV system? Or is it all just a very elaborate hoax? As always,
call that a hoax.
you decide.
That's crazy. Wild stuff.
I was going to just say, look, it's camera. I mean, it depends on the age of the camera. I mean, it's not uncommon for it to glitch out like that. But if she got run over, which it looked like she got run over, Andy, if she died, that is very creepy.
Coincidence?
Very ironic. I don't know. I mean, it's unknown source from a city that nobody's heard of. No one claims this. You would imagine that would be on the news. You know, if CCTV caught that and a lady got run over by a runaway taxi bus.
It could have been on their news.
Right. So why would we be getting a secondhand when, if it's unknown, it would have been on local news, you'd know where it was.
Well, not necessarily.
Yeah, I think just their local news station goes, hey, you know, ours, somebody got run over by a runaway bus. You can imagine our local news is going to headline it. You know,
Well,
top
yeah.
story.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not, that doesn't mean that the source would be known.
Well, yeah.
Because if it's CCTV, then it's like, okay, it's just a street camera.
And you don't think the local news would pick up on that, you know, fine piece of video that they could use to put on their program to say, you know, hey, here's what happened.
Yeah, but it
Check
looked
out.
like someone just recorded it and then sent it.
Yeah, see, that's just why when it's unknown like that, I almost want to say somebody was staging a movie deal for something like that. Because that'd be very easy to do after the fact, to go in and start glitching the head and have a scene where they... I'm the skeptic, and, you know, you got to give me a little more. I need to read the report online where the lady passed away. We get her name. We hear more about the story. So unknown.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Nightlight. A woman named Brandis says that late one night while she and her husband were sleeping, their home security camera caught this strange event at 2:45 in the morning. The family dog perks up as a bright light flashes and what looks like a pale little face seems to peek out of the door. Then a shadowy figure about the size of a child seems to be standing in the hallway before disappearing, just as the little pale face peeks out of the door again. Brandis and her husband Sky have never posted or even experienced anything paranormal, and they say they have no idea what this could be.
That's crazy too. Wild stuff.
I don't know. I don't know. That little head popped out quick. Whose room was that? Were they in the room? I need a little more on this one. I mean, if somebody was in that bedroom, they could have just flicked the light switch on and off. That's why I'm a skeptic. I want to believe, I just can't do it.
Just can't do it.
Something at the door. Chase Beckstead and his wife Rachel are staying overnight in the house of Rachel's recently deceased grandfather. The elderly man had passed away in the house only 1 month earlier. So the couple is just settling in for the night when suddenly something happens that is downright creepy.
How you doing? You okay?
I don't know.
You a little freaked out?
A little bit.
So, we were just going to bed and we're not...
Open the door.
Let me just show you. Like, we've literally had to put the bag up against the door because we're not sure. And like, we're literally just
Staring at it,
Just like,
chilling,
what is happening?
waiting to see if the knob turns.
Even though there's no draft or air current in the house, the bedroom door begins to randomly move as if it's being quickly pulled back and forth by some unseen force. Understandably, Chase and Rachel are pretty shaken up by the strange,
Yeah,
unexplained
they're shaken.
phenomena.
Yeah.
They decide
Sorry.
to just pack up their stuff and leave the house. But this is when things get even creepier.
They said no.
okay, so we're leaving. We got all of our stuff packed. Oh,
It doesn't want you to leave.
What happens if you open the door and just leave it open?
okay. Yeah, we're out here. Rachel's already in the car.
She said, see
I'm
ya.
leaving, like,
She said, I
don't know
won't leave
what's
your
going on.
ass here.
As Chase is gathering their luggage, the bedroom door slams shut right behind him. And again, it begins to move back and forth, this time even faster than before.
Kick it open.
Chase says that he still has no idea what could have caused the strange movement of the door. Some video commenters believe that this was the ghost of Rachel's recently
Why would
deceased
it do
grandpa.
that?
But some think it might have been something more sinister that had taken up residence
That
in the
would be more
house.
believable.
But what do you think?
Really? You stretched it all the way to a recently deceased grandpa who stands in, I guess, a closet? I don't know. What the hell's that
That
door
looks
even
like
go
the
to?
door to the hallway because they were in that room.
Well, open the door, leave
Leave
it
it
open,
open.
and see what happens then. See if it shuts. See, but I mean, I hate when they stretch so hard as we've narrowed it down.
We've done all the investigation.
We have a suspect.
Investigating. I said investigation.
This may come as a surprise to you.
It's your grandpa.
Did one of you recently have someone pass away close to you in the family?
I knew it.
It's Grandpa.
It's grandpa. No.
He's just watching over you. He wants to make sure that your doors are secure.
And as soon as you said you were leaving, he got pissed.
When he passed away, he asked the Lord, let me stay with my grandson and make sure all his doors are secure.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Okay. Stop doing that, people. It doesn't all... It's not Grandpa.
It's not grandpa.
The follower. It's around 5:30 in the morning and two girls are on a hike through the mountains in the Philippines with a large group. The girls stop a little too long to take some pictures and accidentally get left behind by the group. The girls run to catch up with the other hikers as one of them films, but her camera captures something truly bizarre.
Just like a woman.
Naliligaw kami, guys! Naliligaw! Wala ni mga kasama namin.
Left because we were taking selfies.
Yep.
Wala yung mga kasama namin. Kailangan namin silang
Just like
habulin.
a woman.
Kasi maliligaw kami. Gagi, malayo na sila. Wala na.
But I wouldn't be taking selfies, like, standing still. I'd be, like, with the group taking selfies.
Did you see it? As the two girls run along the mountain trail, way back in the background, some strange shadow figure seems to be following them. But a little bit later, the mysterious dark figure has just disappeared. The girl who posted this video says that she and her friend were completely alone, and they have no idea who or what this could be.
Fine.
She says that she only noticed the shadowy figure when she watched her video back later. So, what do you think? Was someone stalking them through the remote woods?
I think it was moving really fast.
Or
to be
just
doing
what
that.
is this?
They were booking it.
You decide.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Well, it said they were all alone, but it started with they were in a group and got separated and was looking for their group. So is it possible that it may have been one of the people from their group tailing them?
No, because they would have seen them come back, because they would have had to come back.
It could have just been somebody going, hey, they're all right. They're running around taking pictures still. And then they turn around and go back to where the group is at.
They wouldn't, but they were in the back, though.
They don't know. They got lost. They were busy staring at butterflies and chasing birds, and
They
those
were
people could have
taking
gone
pictures.
anywhere.
I don't think it was that. That was a black mass.
It was too short to be Bigfoot, so I don't think it was Bigfoot.
It was Slender Man.
My money is it was a person peeking around the edge and going, dumbasses. They're still taking pictures.
They were following. They were being followed. God, I can't talk.
I know they were following. They got so far behind, they went off the side. And
No,
went
I'm
to go eat
saying the
burgers.
figure was following them.
I know, he was checking up on them to go, yeah, they're not hungry. And then he goes back and gets something to eat. That's what I would do.
Continue.
A short stay. A guy named Brendan has a YouTube channel where he camps in his van in some strange
These are
and sometimes
weird. I don't
very
like
dangerous
these.
locations across the UK.
These people beg
In this
to be
video,
messed with.
Brendan decided to camp overnight in the coastal village of Jaywick in Essex, England.
Why?
Now, amongst other things, Jaywick is known as one of Britain's poorest towns and has a very high crime
You're doing
rate.
this to
In
yourself.
other words,
Good idea.
it's not really the best place to be camping overnight in a van. But that doesn't stop Brendan.
A little town in England called Jaywick, coined as one of the most deprived towns in the UK.
Well,
And I thought, as soon as I'm in the area, I just had to go and see it.
Brendan searches
Yeah,
around and
parked in
eventually
there.
finds a place to set up camp that is just outside of town and kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Parked in Shady Grove and say, "What's up?"
You're in an unknown
I'm
vehicle
alone, but
that people don't recognize.
I mean, there's no other houses around me, so
in a poor area.
It's not as if I'm alone in a housing estate.
Smart.
Brendan sets up his bed in the van and lies down for a night's
They
sleep.
drive by and
But
go,
around
"What's that?"
2:30 in the
You're in
morning,
England, so you
things
don't
take
got a
a
gun.
terrifying turn.
No. Did you lock it? Did you lock the van? You locked it. Good job.
They break his window.
Right, whoever the that was has now gone.
Well, yeah, because you yelled at him.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Really?
Oh my god.
Just smashed his window. I don't know. I'd be looking for them. Were they on foot? Well, they're not armed.
They're not. They have a. Why are your lights on?
That's my phone.
Someone with a flashlight skulks around outside Brendan's van, trying the door handles, before smashing the window to get inside. Luckily, Brendan yells and sends the intruder running. He then hops in the driver's seat and just gets out of there. Brendan makes it out safe, but obviously is very shaken up by the whole ordeal. He decides to not only leave the town of Jaywick, but to drive all night, 3.5 hours, all the way back to his home.
I just, quite frankly, just wanted to go home. I was really, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't in a good mind space.
Obviously.
After cleaning a little bit of broken glass from my driver's seat and the dashboard, you'd be surprised how far glass goes when it smashes. I've been finding little bits everywhere, but the van was in no fit state to continue camping in, and nor was my headspace, should we say. So I made the long journey back home. I think it was a good 3.5 hour drive back to my house in Shrewsbury. Got there just before sunrise. Not a pleasant drive, to say the least.
Despite this frightening encounter, Brendan still goes camping in his van and posts his adventures over on his YouTube channel, Brendan Explores.
Do you know the definition of insanity?
Okay, I got a lot of problems with this. First off, why do people do that? Why do they take campers or make their little homes out of their, and they travel, which is cool. You get to see places. It's great. You know, you get to see very little, honestly. You get to see like the city. You go, oh, it's cool. Then you park out rurally where no one's at. So if someone shows up, you have no clue where to go, how to look for them, what's going on. And you're not armed. In the U.S., I might could understand, but that dude just drove 3.5 hours with a full load in his pants. 100% is why he drove home. I just wasn't thinking straight. No, you smelled yourself. Because he crapped all over himself when that window broke. Don't even lie to me. Hey!
Oh, God.
So
yeah, look.
That's why he drove home.
That's the jackpot.
This is why I don't go camping at all. At all. Ever. Again. Because I'm not about to put myself into a sticky situation like that. Because I'm smart.
Well,
sort of.
You're a target. People steal cars all the time.
And it don't matter where you're at.
And bigger ones are more money. And you're in a van, people see that and go, hey, I could...
that's a few bucks, yeah.
So just stop doing it. I mean, honestly, if you're going to do it, park somewhere in a populated area where you know it's somewhat safe. And there's police within calling distance where you can just go, hey, yeah. I'm at this spot, this just happened. And that way you at least have an account of what occurred.
Yeah.
That was stupid. And that's on Brendan. But, you know, hey. He crapped himself, he recovered, he's back on the road. We'll see more of Brendan, I'm sure.
Get out. A guy named Carter moved into a new fully furnished rental house. But not long after he moved in, he began to experience strange things and hear unexplained noises. Late one night while he's asleep in bed, he hears the creepy sound of what seems to be someone hitting keys on the piano in his living room.
Fully furnished, huh? Got stickers all over the door. Did it come with those?
Probably.
Who's there?
Let's see.
Carter decides to lay on his living room couch to try to figure out just what is going on with the piano. As you might imagine, it did not go well.
What the f***?
The piano plays again and a chair moves, and Carter decides that he's had about enough. He decides to leave the house to stay with a friend. But as he is leaving, he manages to capture this video. As Carter heads for his car, he sees his TV flickering and his lights randomly turning on and off inside his house.
Fine.
Now, usually when people watch these videos, they say, well, if the place is so haunted, then why wouldn't he just move out? Well, that's exactly what he did. Carter moved right out of that house.
He said, see ya.
And the end of this haunted story, I guess.
I guess. Dang, the smartest one.
Well, I mean, there you go.
He took a big old smiling picture of him moving out. He said, bye.
Yeah, I mean, especially after I saw lights flickering and all that, I'm not going to stick around for that. I mean, mentally, it's just not worth it.
Oh gosh, that is hilarious.
Now, if he was smart, he would have stayed, put cameras up everywhere, and made a channel on YouTube strictly for his house, and would probably get paid money for it. He'd make his rent every month just posting videos of that kind of crap. So he may have missed an opportunity.
But mentally, would it be worth it?
Financially, it could.
But mentally.
Well, he didn't think so.
He didn't think so. He said nah.
Hiding under the covers. A video poster who calls himself Celtic Dabs works the reception desk at a creepy old hotel in Arizona. One day, his coworker shows him something very strange that keeps happening in one of the rooms.
You got bed bugs. That's a nasty looking. I would.
What the?
You need to change it because it's nasty.
No.
Put your hand over it.
Yeah, cause
See what it does.
let me hit it now, and then
Yeah.
There you go.
Shut up,
Bro.
Something seems to be moving around in a strange erratic pattern under the bed sheet. But when Celtic's coworker slaps the sheet, it just disappears.
Touch.
Celtic says that each time the sheet was tidied back up, the same weird phenomenon would happen
It's like a
again.
nasty sheet.
So, just what do you think this could be? Also, if whatever is under the sheet isn't enough to scare you, well, just imagine staying in a hotel that put sheets like this on the bed. Honestly, the thought of sleeping in those sheets scares me more than whatever is moving around under there.
Seriously.
So either way, this video is truly disturbing.
Yep.
It's Freddy Krueger.
Yep. If I went there and I saw those sheets, I wouldn't have time to see something moving around because that's something. That ain't paranormal. That's normal. Something was under there, and when he slapped his hand down, it stopped and was like, okay, I need to chill for a bit. There's a little mouse, a cockamouse.
Mouse.
Its legs, a hard exoskeleton, like a roach.
But it had mouse-like characteristics. Gray brown tufts of fur, a tail.
It's a cockamouse.
Yeah, so it was something of that nature. I don't think that's paranormal. I think that's just disgusting, nasty hotel with crap in it and animals and vermin. Yeah, that was gross.
Yeah.
Night call. Late one night in Pueblo, Colorado, an emergency call comes into the 911 dispatch center. But whoever made the call hangs up almost immediately. The 911 operators trace the call and find that it came from Imperial Memorial Gardens. Well, the weird thing is, Imperial Memorial Gardens is a funeral home, surrounded by an 80-year-old cemetery. And it's 3:30 in the morning, so no one should be there. Now, as standard procedure, the 911 emergency operators call the funeral home back to make sure everything is okay. And someone answers the phone. This is what the 911 operators hear.
911, this is Erica. How can I help you? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Was it French?
That's multiple voices.
There's a lot of static and a quiet male voice seems to say something a few times, but then the call just goes silent. Again, as part of standard procedure, the emergency operators send the police to check out the old funeral home. But when the officers arrive, they find the funeral home locked up and all the lights are off. No one's there. Now, I tried to clean up the call audio as much as possible, but there's just not much there.
Hello? Hello?
So, just who made this call? And what do you think they might be saying?
Sounded French to me.
That didn't sound French. I work with a Frenchman. That didn't sound French.
That's weird. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. You know, there's not much to it other than very odd. I'm guessing when they got out there, no one was there, so they just turned around and left. So I don't know.
That's crazy.
It's just crazy they would dial 911.
I mean, they wanted help. Apparently, that'd be the logical route to get help.
What kind of help they're gonna get? Call a priest? I mean,
yeah, maybe. Kind of crazy.
I don't know about that one. I'll just move on.
Lurking in the dark. A man in South Wales walks out to his car very early one Wednesday morning to head off to work. It's just before 5 a.m. and the rest of the neighborhood is still asleep. No one else is around, and the man doesn't notice anything unusual. But later that night, as the man checks through his security camera feed, he sees something that sends a shiver down his spine.
Another headless person get killed.
As the man approaches his car, some lumbering form seems to appear out of nowhere, quickly hurrying away. And then, whatever this is, simply disappears into thin air. Now, the figure moves at a very odd angle and speed for this to be a lens flare. And considering that the rest of the video is in sharp focus, it seems very unlikely that this is some kind of compression error or problem with the camera. So, just who or what
a guy
is this?
carrying a kid on his back.
You look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Got his back all hunched over, walking all weird.
It looked like something had like its arms wrapped around it. So like a kid is like on this guy's back or something, because it even is walking kind of like he's carrying a load.
I don't know. I mean, I'm more thinking what Nuke is, whether there's some kind of issue with the camera, but with the compression and the way the rest of it, you just don't know. The cameras are weird. I mean, a moth can fly in front of a camera, and just the reflection it casts off of any light that hits its wings can make some really random, crazy-looking stuff. Same reason why people see Jesus in their toast. It's just weird things tend to happen like that. That doesn't. It makes them abnormal. So I guess they're paranormal.
I wish I could have Jesus in my toast.
One day you just got to eat at the right IHOP.
Linda Lowe says she's looking at an image of Jesus in melted cheese.
It's just the peace that he has on his face. It's just there's a sweetness on this particular image that just makes me want to smile when I look at it.
Last fall, Lowe says she and her boyfriend intended to make a piece of cheese toast for a late-night snack, but when it came out of the oven, it was seen as the image of Christ.
Was it an IHOP?
Yeah, it's happened at French toast. It's happened at... People see things.
I want Jesus in my toast.
Yeah, people see things.
Scary videos. So I like to end these videos with the stuff that kind of starts off scary and then just gets weird and kind of goofy. Speaking of which, TikToker Dre in Dallas experiences something spooky in his home, but instead of chasing it down to record with his phone, he goes the complete other way.
Come on, where you hide her stuff at?
Mama, where's my Gucci? Oh, it's a ghost.
There's a ghost in here.
Come on, Janae. Janae, come on.
Janae, come on.
Janae, come on, freak.
There's like 5 people in that house, and he's just like, Janae.
Come on.
Janae, come on.
Next up, this video from Matt Sowards was shot on a country road in the middle of nowhere with no other cars around anywhere. Do not ever do this prank to someone who is driving.
Roger that.
Good thing they were driving slow. Imagine doing 70 on interstate.
So, in case you missed it, the guy in the backseat hangs a life-size cardboard cutout of a zombie out of his window and dangles it in front of the driver's window. And the driver slams on the brakes and freaks right out.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó?
He had to take the glasses and the hat off.
Serious.
Now, lately on this channel, I've shown many kids scaring their parents for their own amusement. But you see, this segment is very different because TikToker Katie Funny Guy makes videos where he scares the shit out of his wife and kids.
Never say nothing. Never say never.
You have to pay for therapy.
Those kids are gonna be so like situationally aware.
Bro, what you doing, man? What you doing?
What you doing?
You damn loud, bro.
But now, recently, Katie Funny Guy had an experience where something maybe gave him a little taste of his own medicine.
Oh. He said, hold up.
Hey, look, I was trying to. Hey, look, I was creeping. I'm talking about. Yo, I was shook. What would you would have done? Hell, you gonna peek around the corner for real, for real. The f. Look, I was scared too. I just ain't show it.
So, I think the lesson here is if you keep scaring your family yourself, then the ghost in your house might take that personally. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here next time.
I just love how he's just like, what are you?
I mean, that's normal. I mean, any man would be like, I mean, I'm not going to just run it, you know, the gung-ho, you know, hey, what's going on in here?
He just seems like, just from the previous videos, just seems a bit rambunctious.
I just want to know what fell. I couldn't really tell
I
what that
couldn't tell.
was.
It looked like a plaque or something, like some sort of, like...
Was it something that hit the ground and broke into two pieces, or were there
I don't know.
two things that fell? I don't know. I wish you'd have elaborated on that, because that was interesting to me. But get in the comments, let us know your thoughts on this video and on Nukes in general. We're still going through them, so every spooky Saturday, keep an eye out. We're going to be putting something out. Last time we did more real stuff. This time we go back to Nukes. So tell us which one you like better. You know, tell us what you want us to react to in that aspect, because we like both.
We like both.
They're both enjoyable.
He likes to shit on both.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's the Brodown. Like, share,
subscribe,
do the thing.
Do the thing.
Till the next time, guys, as always, come at me, bro.
The Brodown is over. Let's bro out.